Yeah, hello everyone. Myself Suresh here. We can start now. Are you guys able to hear me?
Yes, Suresh.
Uh, Yep. And are you guys able to see my screen?
Yes, Suresh.
Okay. So in this session, in this entire training, we will cover Power Apps and Power Automate. And mainly we will cover development, testing, and deployment, which are like essential parts. Okay. So let's get started. So what is this technology? So basically, when we say Power Platform, it's like suite of technologies. So Power Apps, Power Automate, Power BI, Power Virtual Agents, and earlier there were only four technologies. And recently, Power Apps portals got rebranded as Power Pages. Okay, so that's the fifth one in our entry. And so so there are like keywords basically to these technologies to understand what the real meaning of them. So Power Apps means act, act on data. Power Automate, automation. Power BI, analyze the data. Power Virtual Agents, assist. So basically here we can do application development, mobile apps, desktop apps. Power Automate, automation. One real life example of automation is you remove some money from ATM, immediately you get an SMS from the bank, "Okay, this much money has been debited." That is example of automation, correct? Or you book something on internet, let's say movie tickets, or you buy something from Flipkart, Amazon, you get one automated email. Okay, this is your order number. That is automation. Power BI, business analytics. So analyze the data. So let's take one example of uh, we can take analysis as to check the current trends. So what are happening? So I have like so let's take Microsoft's example only. So Office 365, Azure, and these technologies we have. How much people are buying this over the years? Something like, let's say, a few years back there were people buying Power Apps licenses. Now what they are buying to check the sales. Okay. Or basically if we are taking movie example, analyze the movie sales. So till 2020, March 2020, so everything was going good, sales were high. COVID came, sales were down, again sales are picking up. These kinds of trends we can analyze, and based on these trends we can take future decisions, whether to open new screens, new multiplex screens, something like that, whether to grow business. Power virtual agents, assisting. So you guys know that, okay, I am facing one issue with my, let's say, mobile phone, uh, internet service provider. I can ping that provider, and okay, I get the automated messages. Press 1 to do this, press 2 to do this, press 3 to do this, something like that. You you can say geodes, basically WhatsApp based agent. Any issues we can type, and if that issue is not getting solved by that particular agent, bot transfers us to a live agent, basically human. Okay. Power pages, external websites. All these things clear to you guys? You can always ask questions and let me know if something is not clear to you. Okay. Should I move ahead?
Just,
Yeah.
sorry, Suresh, just two questions.
Hmm.
First is that regarding this power virtual agents and power pages, would you please speak again? Second, I would say that can you please visualize your screen a little more as this will be really helpful.
Yeah. Should I repeat this? Power Virtual Pay Agents?
Please.
Yeah, yeah. So, see, I said one keyword to understand this technology: assist, ASSIST, help, basically. So, you are aware of that chatbot, Geo chatbot. So, when you visit that My Geo, let's say you are facing some issue with your network, you can ping okay to that chatbot, and then okay, I am facing some issues. Then that agent basically pings you. Agent means here bot, not our human. Some menu 1 2 3 4. Press 1 to network related issues. Press 2 for get some info about recharge. Press 3 uh, get to know about geo fiber. Press 4 how many minutes you have left. Let's say you want to find out how much data in GB is left. Or if in none of your issues match this, press 9 to connect to live agent. Live agent means human in this case. That's Power Virtual Agent. And Power Pages, as I said earlier, it was Power Apps Portals. It got rebranded last year as Power Pages, and here we are developing websites. In Power Apps, we are basically developing apps. This is website. That's the difference. Clear? So earlier only four products were there in Power Platform. One got rebranded. Now we have five.
Got it.
And remember these keywords: act, automate, analyze, assist. Basically, this one is act only because this is part of this. And these five things also: data connectors. Data connectors means, let's say we want to connect to SharePoint, Office 365, Outlook, something like that. AI builder, some OCR techniques. Let's say we want to analyze some documents. Let's say you want to analyze some bills, get the bill number, get the total amount, how many items you purchase, that thing. Dataverse, it is more than, like, let's say database basically. And this is the so you have heard of SQL. That is like one database. MongoDB, another kind of database. So similarly, this one is database for these technologies. Power FX. So in Power Apps, basically we write formulae, correct? Many formulas. Earlier, so we just, like Microsoft used to just say formula language. Now they gave one name to it, Power FX. So using Power FX, we can write formulas in Power Apps. In future, this Power FX will be expanded to all products of Power Platform. It means Power Automate, Power BI, Power Virtual Agents, Power Pages. Currently, it's present in Power Apps and Power Virtual Agents, two technologies. So in near future, we will see here also. So one language across all products. You don't need to learn many languages. And managed environments, basically this is also new feature. So we can automate deployments and many more things. Clear? 5 points.
Hi Suresh. So it is
Yeah,
like a desktop application we can develop by using this, or web application also. There are different applications, right? Enterprise applications and standalone applications, right?
correct, 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 correct.
So what all the applications we can develop by using this platform?
Yeah, so in Power Apps, there are two technologies: Canvas and model driven. We are particularly focusing on Canvas apps. In Canvas apps, so I will cover that part. We have two form factors: mobile and tablet. Okay, you want to develop mobile app, you have to select that. Tablet one, basically you can say desktop one, or basically we use that tablet app on web browser only. I will show that. We will cover that part shortly.
I just want to understand actually, is it restricted to this only two products, or web application also, like in internet application also we can develop? You are just saying that
See,
intranet applications, right? Just a particular system we can use that software, like whatever we developed, that application, right?
See,
It's like desktop application.
yeah,
Is that
to
correct?
use any application, we need internet, correct? And currently, as I said, Power Apps has two technologies. So you can develop canvas apps and model driven apps. I will cover that. And I will also tell difference between like these and what's the future path. You will get to know that. Just give me, I will start demo in like few minutes. You'll
Okay.
automatically understand that. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Krish.
Any other question? Okay. So here there is one term, citizen developer. So, and there are two approaches, low code, no code, LC, NC, or pro code. Okay. Those guys which are from IT, information technology, or computer engineering background are called pro code developers. So basically, those guys who know languages like C, C++, Java, C Sharp, all those programming languages. Okay. That is pro code. Those guys which don't come from IT background, those are like citizen developers, and basically they use this technique, low code, no code. It means guys which are coming from non-IT, mechanical, civil, ENTC, any other thing, even non-engineering guys also, those are called citizen developers. And our technologies, Power Apps, these technologies are focused on these developers. Anybody can make the app. It's like that thing. You don't need to do engineering. You don't need to learn. Like that's the technology's intention. Clear? Because these two approaches, and like there is one like Gartner named, those guys do the survey. In near future, low code based apps will grow rapidly. Okay, so basically we do here drag and drop approach and something like that. I will show you in demo. Okay, so this is like we can see every developer low code, and in this diagram you can see like reach of these technologies, deeper integrations in future, Microsoft Teams, Azure, Microsoft Graph, SQL, many things. Okay, and here if you see pro developer, code first. In Visual Studio Code you need to write codes, as I said, C, C++, Java, C Sharp, whatever code you have to write. Here you also need to write code, but not like this one, low code, less coding. Okay, clear? Okay. Now we will understand from where Power Apps came. Okay, and this Power FX. So if you see Excel technology, Word, PowerPoint, Excel, those technologies, Excel, Microsoft Office Excel, already millions of users are using it from last 20 years. Even non-engineering guys are also using Excel, and they already know how to use Excel. They already know their formulas, correct? So we can make use of these formulas in Power FX. So basically, all those formulas are similar, very closely similar, not exactly same, but similar. So let's take one demo. I will show you what formulas we are looking. See, in Excel, I write numbers 5, 6, 7. Okay, and very simple formula, sum. I select one, then comma, 2, comma, 3, close the bracket. Simple function, sum function. Okay, so let's take another formula here, equal to, if, let's say, very simple, A1, I select this cell, if greater than 6, print yes, print no. 5 is not greater than 6. I drag it. Let's see. 6 is not greater than 6. 7 is greater than 6. Another example. Let's say hello all. Now these we have two words. So let's concatenate. Basically, we can join two words. I select this thing, comma. I select this, close the bracket, enter. I don't have space. So let's say if I want to add, everybody got these three very simple formulas. Sum, if, concat. Very simple operations. Majority of the guys, like you guys have tried this. You already know this, right? Guys, I need session interactive. Hello.
Yes,
Yes,
Suresh.
Yes.
we know the
Yeah.
Excel function. Yes.
Yeah. So Power Apps team thought, let's make our formulas similar to this thing only. Why make new one? Okay. So next thing, let's get started to app directly. Our first step, make.powerapps.com. Okay. We need to visit this website and click on apps. Create new app. See canvas and model trim. I was talking about it. So I will tell the difference. And someone asked that question, which kind of apps? See, we have two form factors. If you create tablet one, tablet form factor means you can use that on your desktop also. And on the desktop means you will access them using web browser. And phone means you need to download Power Apps from Google Play Store, or let's say iOS for iPhone users. Inside Power Apps, then you can use your tablet form factor. So tablet form factor, one example is Zomato app. Phone form factor is a Zomato app, Zomato, or let's say Flipkart. See, it's vertically aligned all the apps, and like you can select, you can go through the restaurants, select one restaurant, all those things. Phone form factor and tablet form factor. Let's say we are in one big company. One app example is employee onboarding app. In one big organization, people's most use is laptop or their own PC in company. We can go for tablet form factor, and then we can call it as enterprise level app. Your doubt clear?
That means we can develop any type of application, right? So it's not
Yeah,
restricted.
yeah. And see, main difference, currently you can use these apps from Power Apps. So let's say on phone you want to use, you need to download that Power Apps app, correct? And then inside the app you can use it. But another example, if you want to download Zomato, directly you to go to Play Store and download Zomato. But for Power Apps it's not like that. First of all, you need to download Power Apps, and inside Power Apps then you have to select your app. That's the big difference. So Microsoft released one new feature. So currently it's in preview. Wrap, WRAP. You can use Power Apps as your native apps. Means same like WhatsApp, Zomato, Flipkart, Amazon, Mintra. Same to same. Directly go to Google Play Store, download the app. No need to do that middle step. Go to download Power Apps and everything. Doubt clear?
Yes, Suresh.
Yeah,
Suresh,
that's the difference.
hello Suresh.
Yeah.
Would you please repeat this your last sentence where you said that no need to download this middle,
Correct.
you know.
See, correct. You want to download WhatsApp. Very simple example. You go to Google Play Store, search WhatsApp, install. three steps, correct?
Yeah.
And directly that WhatsApp shows up on your, let's say, home screen or any folder in, like in a app. It means it is native Android app, correct?
Right.
In Power Apps, what happens? Like this is relatively new technology. You develop apps here, you develop phone, tablet, any form factor. If you want to access this app on your phone, you can do it. But in Google Play Store, see, I already have this one app, Test Canvas app. I cannot search this app on Google Play Store. No. Currently, I need to search Power Apps Android app first. Install Power Apps. Then log in with your email ID password. If you go to Power Apps, like I see here, apps, I can see multiple apps. You need to click apps section and then click your app.
Right.
Correct? That's the main difference. To address this thing, Microsoft released new feature WRAP, which is in preview. Preview means it's not like generally available. In future, let's say after 1 year, when that feature is generally available, you will see you can use your Power App same as WhatsApp. Go to Google Play Store, directly search Test Canvas app, install it, use
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Okay, that's the difference. So that's current situation of Power Apps and that's future. Okay, Canvas. Let's get started. Tablet. We are using our laptops. Okay, test demo. Create. Okay, are you guys aware of HTML CSS? I want to show you quick comparison. Very simple things, not very difficult. Like I showed Excel comparison.
We know what is HTML,
Anybody? You know, right? Okay, let's get started. So,
but you were asking HTML and CSS. I don't know what is CSS. I mean,
correct,
I
correct.
think okay.
Okay, no problem. Yeah. So if you see here, this is like HTML, very simple HTML code. My first heading. I I want to change color red. Okay, I wrote code color red, background color green. I wrote code. I want to increase, decrease font size. Let's say 45. I wrote code. This one line code. Correct. Let's go to Power Apps. I will show you quick difference. I said drag and drop. Click. You can drag and drop from here also. See, like this drag and drop. Drag it, drop it. Now you want to see my first heading. Okay. So here one property text. My first heading. Okay. I will increase this. I want to say 55. Okay. That's quite big. Then my color. Let's go for red. Same. And here I can see one property. I can go to background color, let's say green. Did I write any code to achieve this?
No.
No. Correct. That's the thing. That's the Power App's intention. I said low code, no code. That's our main keyword. I did drag and drop and set some properties. Very simple properties. Text color. Okay. So now we will create simple calculator app. So let's change the heading. Welcome all. And you can make it bold. Can this thing my color as, let's say, okay, welcome all. Simple text input. We want input. to add two numbers. So one text input, another insert, again text input, two things, and one more label to show the result. Okay, I will write here as result. I want to add numbers, but I can write some text. No, I don't want that. So there is one property here. Select this, format number. Here, format number. Okay, you can see. Okay, this is our play button. We can use F5 as key. So basically, before making this available for our end users, see, we are not talking about end users at the moment. We are just developers, and we want to test what we have done. We can use this play button, and okay, I can test it. This is not visible to end users currently in development. And if I want to write, see, text, it's not allowing me to. Same here. Okay, another. Okay, so let's. So here we follow naming convention in Power Apps, correct? So when our app gets bigger, we have lots of controls. This is one control in Power Apps terminology. Label control, text input control, text input control, label control. When we have our app, lots of controls. Then just at looking at this design, we cannot identify which one is referring to which one, correct? So here we can say LBL result, and to rename this I can double click or three dots, click rename or select here. Here also you see pencil icon, click this thing, txt number 2, txt number 1, let's say is LBL welcome. And now we want to write our Power Apps formula. This sum I use same in Excel. So if you see here, sum function, it's expecting me to write number. Okay, and if you see here, this thing is text, two different data types. So data types such as we have text, number, boolean, array. You guys are aware of this? Okay, tell me, uh, generally, what is like, are you all guys IT engineers or from different backgrounds? Can you tell me?
Yeah, we
I just
understand the
want.
text very well, as you're saying
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah, correct, correct. Okay, okay. Yeah, that's good. Okay, let's go to, yeah. So let's write txt. I wrote three letters, and this is called IntelliSense. You start typing, it shows you probable results. Dot text. See here, this thing. I selected this data type text. It wants number. Okay, to convert, I can use value function. See? Now if I select this part, I get data type as number, and I want two numbers to get added. Okay, just a moment. Value txt number 2 dot text. Okay, let's play. Are you 6? Simple thing. Following till here, our Excel comparison, HTML comparison,
But you are
and
still
then
writing the code on the result one, right? Like a value, the syntax. How do we know those syntax? When seems
correct,
like you
correct,
can write .NET coding also, same similar concept, right?
correct, correct. So in this our training, we will cover lots of functions which are generally used in Power Apps development. Then you will get to know functions and you can practice those functions. All right. Not very hard to remember all these functions. So basically, see, sum, count, those are also like they made uh, similar to our general what we say English terms. Correct? Those things. Don't worry about remember. Like we will cover all those functions.
Okay, so we're
Okay.
saying the Power Apps is to build the apps, and when you build the apps, you can use some built-in functions. So we can practice those built-in functions. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay.
Yep. And okay, let's Ishan.
Hello.
So the Power
Sorry
Apps, mainly
to
the Power Apps
interrupt.
is specific to the company needs, like one company. I'm still trying to understand the difference, like where we, if company has to go for Power Apps concept and
Hmm.
Power Apps using the Power Apps with the licensing. I don't know what the licensing, etc., but probably we can cover that. Uh, if company has to choose this Power Apps as a solution for building something, at what point they know this Power Apps is my best solution to choose? Besides .NET, or there's so many other applications. You see my point? When we know we need this one,
Correct, correct. See, when you say .NET, you know developers. You need to know C sharp. That's programming language. You need to remember lots of functions and everything. And development time is huge in those technologies. .NET, Java. Here, development time is less. That's first aspect. Because much of the, if you see this UI, it's designed drag and drop, fast development, fast deployment, and fast distribution also. So if you see, let's say I want to make this available for my users. So here one terminology is called publish. Okay. You want me to tell feasibility, right? When to choose Power Apps. That's your question, right? And when to choose .NET.
yeah, I mean not only specific .NET. I'm saying any other technology, because I'm sure the Power Apps
Exactly,
has
exactly. Yeah.
more features. I
Yeah.
think I'm trying to visualize, or maybe trying to get understanding of
Hmm.
those features. So as you're describing the scenarios, we can always think, or we can always go back and say, oh, okay, this is the reason Power Apps is came into picture. So
Correct, correct. See, one key reason Power Apps, where it's intended targeted audience, everybody is a developer. That's first point. So let's say you join company in an all our IT companies, not all guys are IT based, right? In any big organization,
right.
not all come from IT background. That's first thing. So basically, those who are not from IT background don't know .NET, correct? So there
Yep.
you get one requirement app based. You can choose Power Apps. First point. Second, here development deployment time is less. You just drag drop and set some properties, write some basic formulas, click on publish, get started. That's the thing. No need
Okay.
to do any kind of installations and everything. If you go for .NET basically, or any other technology, pro code technology. So when we say Power Apps, low code, no code. When we say another technology, pro code. You need to do, first of all, need to learn that OOPS concept, object oriented programming concepts, correct?
Gotcha.
Object, class, inheritance, polymorphism, all that thing. No need to learn all this. No need to learn here. Okay,
I think
then
you
lots
mean
of
to say
installations.
yeah. So
Yeah,
it's more easy to build without a lot of customization, a lot of coding. Like Rohit is asking in the chat, he says like connecting to source like SharePoint, etc. I think those are
exactly.
also easy, right? Connection strings, like if you have to write the connection string in .NET, you have to write the connection string and then the user ID, password, you have to put in the config file,
Correct, correct.
etc. Yeah,
Here in data, add data, and I can write, okay, SharePoint, selected, enter site URL. My app is connected to data source. It's that easy. No need to write that connection strings, username, password, nothing. No, less code. That's our first thing. Less code, less development time, fast
those
deployment.
connection strings can be on-premise as well, or just on the cloud. Cloud to cloud is easy, or on-premise also possible.
Power Apps is 100% cloud based.
So the
Everything
connection
is your
strings that
cloud.
we can build is only with the cloud.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, in Power Apps, there is no concept as connection strings. Just connection or connection reference, we can say.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. And everything is cloud based. And so, see, there is one concept, software as a service. Okay. So, three kinds of cloud technologies, platform as a service, infrastructure as a service. You guys may have heard these terms. So, let's focus on software as a service. It means consider your Google Drive or Google Docs. What you do, you just use it. You you don't take care of updates in Google Drive, correct? Feature updates, or you don't do anything.
Right, we
You
just use it.
don't know whether that data is stored. All that is taken care by Google team. So 99.99% uptime, that's cloud feature. uh, Security, so like I cannot see your Google Drive, you cannot see mine, that things. And no need to take care of any updates, use it directly, software as a service. Same thing we can say in Power Apps. Microsoft team is like already doing that updates and everything. Directly you need to build your apps, deploy the apps, just share that link with the users, your intended users, job's done. There you need to select. And another point, in Power Apps also there are two technologies, canvas and model driven. So when you, so let's say you are my client, and you get to me one requirement. So there is also question, which one to go for, canvas or model driven. So here if you see, I did some drag and drop everything. So basically I changed some colors. My focus here is UI, user interface or UX. When your focus is UX, very beautiful UX, you need to go for canvas. Like this is our canvas app. When you're focused on data, you can go for model driven. Like those scenarios, it's so basically, uh, let me tell you, was actually things. First thing, total number of forms to select whether you want to go for like this technology or not. These are these are the form factors. These are the questions you need to ask to your client to see whether Power Apps is feasible solution or not.
Okay.
Correct? Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's say total number of users. Okay. Third thing, security. Security means data security. Again, user level security. So in our any company, we have hierarchy, like let's say director, under director, vice president, something like that. Vice president, manager. In manager, senior developer, junior developer. Manager should see data of junior developer, senior developer, but junior developer should not see data of manager. See, security aspect. Correct. Fourth point, we can say uh, security and then scalability, or we can say future scope. What's future scope? Future scope means future scope of requirements from client. So let's say currently you tell me just create one very simple form in which you will take some data, 4 or 5 fields, and add that data to data source. That is simple requirement. But I got one client like 6 months back. They said, okay, develop 5 forms for now. Based on this success, I want you to develop 80 forms, 80 in future. That's future scope. Then you can choose, okay, if then I can go for Power Apps, because Power Apps, see, Canvas app with SharePoint list, it's already part of your license, Office 365 E3 or E5 license. Okay, those things. You don't need to pay extra money for this combination. But when we say this thing, like when we say no extra money, it means it is standard connector, standard one. And in Canvas, as you saw, we have form factors. Once you select tablet, you cannot switch to uh, uh, phone form factor. It means when you select tablet, you develop your app, you want to open this app on your mobile, you need to rotate your phone. You need to keep your phone in horizontal direction to run the app. But in Zomato, you no need to tilt your phone. Getting my point? Rotate basically. Are you guys following all these factors?
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
got it. Yeah.
Then let's say, but you want some premium features. Okay. So one example is Dataverse or SQL. You guys are aware of SQL technology. So these connectors, first of all, when we say these technologies, those are premium. You need to pay extra money. So Power Apps per user license, let's say $20 per user per month, something like that. You need to pay. But you get additional capacity such as search. If you want to search through your data, it's just not limited to few thousand records. You can search across your millions of records. Those functionality it provides when you go premium. So basically, here there is one more factor: total number of records. If your records are, let's say you guys have company 11 to 50, small scale company, and you want to make an employee onboarding app, no need to go for premium connector. You can go for something free. Already your employees are less, employees less, data less. Future scope 11 to 50, max it will go for 50 to 100, 50 to 200. Correct. You need very security, simple security, not very high level security, such as, okay, in my record I don't want to show some specific columns to specific users, not that level of security. In forms you have 1 2 forms, that way you can go for this technology, making the
Okay.
comparison. Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just as a, I mean, as a beginning, right? I guess probably we're going to cover a lot and a lot, but I want to hold on to my questions for now. But just for understanding, when you open the Power Apps, the front end is, do you have a name for the front end, like the graphical user interface, and what is the back end? Is it like Dataverse is the back end, or
Correct. See, Power Apps we can say front end.
okay?
Dataverse, SQL, SharePoint, Excel we can say backend.
Um,
I think
right,
so.
right, but
Why?
If you just show that architecture, right, then that would be helpful to everyone actually.
yeah,
How it
yeah.
Yeah. So this is our
front,
architecture.
yeah,
See,
So
data
Suresh,
connectors, Microsoft
like
Dataverse, you can store data.
so Suresh, just one question here. You just recently
Hmm.
said that backend can be Dataverse, SQL, or anything. So, is it something that Dataverse is only the backend for Power Apps, or it can be SQL or anything?
See, let's say you are using SQL for 20 years, correct? Because SQL is old technology and Power Apps is relatively new. All your data is present in SQL. You got two options. either you migrate that data to Dataverse, okay, uh, using some Power Platform data flows, or directly connect to SQL and use it, and then make CRUD operations. CRUD means create, read, update, delete. That thing we can do.
So
And
you
so
said,
when we say, yeah, let me complete. When we say Dataverse, Dataverse is a native technology for Power Apps. Okay. Native means, let's say you are starting your project from scratch. This is totally new project. Then you can go for Dataverse. Native means higher speed. Okay. That thing. And to go for SQL, there is one more point. See, in SQL, you need to hire a database developer for SQL, because there is, you may have heard of code select star from table name. I just said very simple code. But in SQL, you need to write complex codes. You need to write those views, common table expressions, stored procedures, functions, lot of that stuff. That is coding. You need to hire database developer for that. For Dataverse, no need to hire any specific developer, or for Canvas apps. That's the main difference.
okay, so means
Got it?
Power Apps can be integrated with Dataverse and SQL both. Like,
Exactly. Yeah. If see,
yeah.
there is one new tech function. So just new feature, virtual table. Using virtual table, so no need to migrate also. You can create this table, and this acts as like one table in Dataverse only. But all your data is stored in SQL. Name, that's the reason name is virtual. Connect to that data directly and use it. Make your apps work. All your data stays in SQL, and you can create some views in SQL to access that in Power Apps. But see,
And
to select technology, multiple factors are there. Like I said, these five, plus whether you are going from scratch. If you are going from scratch, always go for Dataverse or SharePoint, because there is no coding involved. You no need to hire database administrator. But if your
okay,
existing architecture is on SQL and now you want to make one app, obviously you need database developer. So you need one guy who is doing that, plus one guy who knows Power Apps.
okay. So in general, if we are into D365, our data is in SQL, which is real time. So when we are working with Dataverse, how do we ensure that our data is properly synced or it's a real time?
Dataverse is also real time. Okay.
Okay,
It's and Dataverse is stored on cloud.
okay. Is it
So yeah,
so? Dataverse is integrated with SQL. You meant to say?
no, it's not like that. See, SQL is old technology. You need to write coding. And in Dataverse is relatively new technology. Let's say, and there is one functionality in our Dataverse where you can write this code, select star from table name, to get data from Dataverse table also.
Okay,
That is also present. Yes.
okay,
If you really want to go for that.
okay. And
Yeah,
can you please give example of model-driven application? You said it is related to data only. Canvas, Canvas application example you have given that we need front-end UI. Uh,
exactly.
what about?
Okay, yeah. Let me, yeah, got that. Okay. There is one default tab given by product team. Let's try to open that. If we face any issues, then I will make one from scratch. Okay. See, model driven type. Yeah. Okay, let's try to play this app. Selecting technology, mainly you need to ask these questions, and there is one more question. Filter sort, search, export to Excel. Do you want these technologies out of the box? I will tell you. Like, can I add some data to analysis job? Let's see. Suresh Sharma, Suresh, test. Okay. I'm creating one sample record. Okay, just for understanding. Yeah, I want to. Yeah, see here. This is one example of model-driven app. So main example is main difference. First of all, URL. This URL and for Power Apps URL, I want to show you how that looks like. Details apps.powerapps.com. Using even URL, you can understand that this is Canvas app. This is model-driven app. Here, right-click, inspect. Okay. Now let's try. So main difference here is responsiveness. Okay, in our seventh question, you can add one criteria to select this technology or that. Form factor. Form factor means either tablet or phone. This thing. So let me explain this thing. I opened this app on my laptop in tablet mode. Then I went for inspect and selected this device responsiveness. I can see list of devices: iPhone SE, Pixel 5, iPad Air. It's by default responsive. See, it's changing automatically. I did not do any kind of coding in backend to change this. That's the first difference between Canvas and model driven. By default responsive. You can open this. If you open this app, see, iPad Air is tablet form factor, iPad mini tablet form factor, but iPhone SE mobile form factor. Automatically it's readjusting to itself. That's our main difference. You can change rotate here also. See, it changes automatically. You change your device size, it Galaxy Fold, see, or Galaxy, this thing. That's one difference. Another difference here is export to Excel available out of the box. Out of the box means any developer no need to write any kind of functionality to deliver this thing export to Excel. If you want to go for Canvas app, you need to write some code to deliver functionality such as export to Excel. If you want to search data, filter data, sort data, you need to write code in Canvas app. In model driven app, automatically already given by platform, I can do filtering. See here, pending, running, apply, something like that.
So it's more
Searching
more kind of creating jobs. It's related to jobs. No UI is required at all, right?
did not get you.
I mean, it's something that in real time when we create any jobs, etc. It's no UI is required here in model-driven apps.
See, in model driven, another difference is you don't control UI. So let's say you are my client, you tell me requirement, change this color to dark gray. I cannot do it. Platform does not allow me to. Platform says this is here model driven based on data. Data is key. Data is focus. Here UI is focus. That's
Yeah,
the main difference. Exactly.
right.
And see, model driven apps can connect to Dataverse only. So if you want to develop model driven apps, first of all, you need that premium license, which I said Power Apps per user, Power Apps per app, or Power Apps pay as you go plan. That thing we need to get, and this can connect to Dataverse only, but Canvas app can connect to SharePoint, Excel, SQL, and Dataverse, and many more connectors.
Okay, okay. And you had
Okay.
given example, yeah, and you had given example of low code, no code. So Canvas app
Mhm.
can be with low code, no code, or or it should be with code only.
Power Apps technology is low code, no code. Okay.
Okay.
Where you go for Canvas or model driven. Let me try to show one example of model driven also. Model driven. Test model. Create. Okay. Add page. Dataverse table. As I said, it can connect to only Dataverse. And okay, let me select AAD user and system user table. Let's see if we have any records in that. See, I have some users like test users created by Microsoft. I can click on publish, and here you can see I said by default responsive. You can change here everything, how your app will look in all form factors. This functionality will come to Canvas app in few months. It's not there. I clicked on play button. My app is ready. Did I do any kind of coding here? Just drag and drop. But
But
eventually,
but you selected the Dataverse. Did you say only Dataverse you can do in the data
only
model?
Dataverse. Only Dataverse. Model driven app can connect to only Dataverse. So, because its architecture depends on Dataverse only. If you want, let's say you already have SQL in your company and now you want to develop model driven app, you can do it using virtual tables. So, virtual table means already your data is residing in SQL, but it will show up in Dataverse. So, this
Is it kind
AAD table, yeah.
Means virtual table, is it related to data lake?
No, no, no. Data lake is Azure concept. No, it's different. Let me show you that. Virtual table means data is not residing in Dataverse. Data is residing at some another place. It may be Azure data lake, as you said. It may be in SQL, it may be in SharePoint, it may be in Excel, but not in Dataverse. That is virtual. Data is not residing here. So when we say AAD user, let me say, let me check that. See AAD user table, type virtual. This data is not residing in Dataverse. It is present in Azure Active Directory. Okay. You are just accessing that data here. And as I said, model driven apps can connect to only Dataverse. So they introduce virtual tables so that we can connect to wide number of data sources also. So previously, before virtual tables, we could not connect to SQL using model driven apps, but now we can.
Okay.
Got it? Yeah, that's the thing. So
Okay.
it's not
Sorry, I think
many
since you
questions.
stopped, I want to ask a question quickly.
Yeah, yeah.
Rohit has asked the question. I think I have the same question too.
Hmm.
So far, we are clear on the Power Apps. Thank you so much. Is Power Apps is linked to Dynamics 365 at all in the
Yes,
environment
yes.
wise? Okay.
So see,
Okay.
in Power Apps, so let's understand here. We have earlier, so current, let's say current only, Canvas, total UI based, model driven, data based. And there was already one technology in the market. Dynamics 365. And inside we have multiple apps. Sales, you may have heard of customer service, marketing, and F&O, I think finance and operations, something like that. Okay. These all apps are model driven apps. Okay. When these see, when we say sales app, it's already developed by Microsoft. It is a model driven app. You can pay some licensing cost, directly use sales app or customer service app. If you don't want to use sales app and still want to achieve that functionality, you can create model driven app from scratch also. Your doubt cleared? What's the relation?
Okay. So can I say that Dynamics 365 is an extension to Power Apps? So if you want to use it, you can use it, or you can. I mean, you have to purchase a license and use it. Is that right?
Not extension, I can say, because Dynamics 365 is old as compared to Power Apps. But yeah, see, earlier only these things were there. These all are model driven apps.
Okay.
Okay. And they designed one
सजा
new
बेटा सजा
technology, Canvas app, which is UI based. And let's say sales app. So sales app basically deals with set customer service. When your customer facing app, you are facing some issue with your Geo phone, you can create one case. So case is already built in table in that. So these apps are already developed. You can still customize on top of that according to your requirements. That is also possible, but you need to pay some extra license to
Okay.
access this.
Are,
Yeah.
are we going to cover the topics, the Dynamics 365, customer
No,
service? Okay.
no, no, no. We
Okay, we're
will
not going to
cover
mention
mainly this part.
Canvas
This
app.
is our target. This plus Power Automate for automation purpose.
Gotcha.
You got all overall view of all technologies, when to select which one. Any questions you can ask me. I can repeat.
Are we going to cover Power BI as well?
No, only
Okay,
Canvas apps in Power Apps
okay.
and plus Power Automate.
Hi sir, I have a
Yeah,
question.
yeah.
Yeah, actually the Power Apps is a combination of four topics actually. Canvas app and model driven app, Power BI and Power Automation. And of course some AI is there, and maybe it is not useful for everybody, but model driven app and Power BI should be the part of Power Apps to complete this whole topic actually.
No, no, no. It see, Canvas app in itself is very big topic. Okay,
Okay.
and these technologies, Power Automate is not new technology. Earlier it was Azure Logic app. It was rebranded as Power Automate. And
Yes, sir.
then,
But if you want to
yeah,
work on Microsoft Dynamics CRM or Microsoft Dynamics Finance, everything can't be achieved from this Power Apps. Sorry, the Canvas app. We
correct,
need
correct.
we need we need some design some model driven app or some custom layout or something like this. Because Canvas app is what they are doing. They are just giving some predefined or pre-built interface or layout. So if you need some custom interface and some custom logic to be built in background, then how can we achieve from this only?
I will show you in Canvas app. And if you really want model driven course also, I can take one session on that. But our main focus is on Canvas. See, it's not like Canvas app does not cater to your requirements. It's not like that. Canvas
Okay,
app itself is very big technology. And like there is nobody such as like Canvas developer, model driven developer, Power BI developer. One man even cannot see, these are itself one technology, one app means. Okay. and this will cater to your needs. If you
Okay,
really want, I
and
can take it, but it will eat our time in Canvas app.
okay, and in
That's
as a backend, what kind of database or technology you are going to use? Miss, you will use a case study from Dynamics CRM or finance or some general.
not dynamic CRM. So based on availability, either I will take Dataverse or SharePoint.
But to learn in a simple way or effectively, we need some kind of case study or some kind of
Exactly. Yeah,
project
yeah.
base.
That case study we will develop using Power Apps only during our training. And during training, while developing only, I will show you all formulas. So how to build one app. Let's say you got one requirement, how to address those requirements end to end.
Okay.
That we will cover. Yeah, it's not like I will keep you guys halfway. No. If you want, let's say very simple employee onboarding app or let's say ticketing app. You said Dynamics CRM, right? The CRM is basically ticketing only. Customer
Yes.
service. You got one issue, one case gets created.
Yes.
Similarly, we can create one ticketing app in our demo. Through ticketing app only, I will teach you concepts then. That also works.
So
I
yeah,
Okay.
guess
that means
what is the best approach? That is the question mark,
yeah,
right,
that
sir?
means
Suresh sir?
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
sorry for interruption. I was saying that that means along with this learning, we will create one real-time kind of project scenario as well.
Did not get you. Real time?
No, no, one real-time kind of scenario and project as well, right?
Yeah, yeah. See, we will consider real time scenarios only. So one real time scenario. Let's actually we are out of time, but okay. You want me to cover? Okay.
Suresh, I
I will
have
take
one
very
question.
simple. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
So, what is the prerequisites for this Power Apps actually? For suppose I want to switch from other technology to this, right?
Mhm.
So I'm switching from like different technology. So what is the prerequisite for this Power Apps?
So if you want to go for Canvas apps, actually, let's say if you want to switch to like any technology, not even Power Apps, you still need HTML, CSS. We will cover some part of it, and then based on practice, you can directly get started. So there is no prerequisite, right? You can learn that OOPS concept or any other software, nothing.
You mean
Simultaneously, yeah,
any
directly you
programming?
can get started. Yeah, no programming language, nothing. Just HTML, CSS. And that HTML, CSS is also very advanced kind of app building. Okay. So you guys are like just starting. So no need to focus much on HTML, CSS. I will tell you like without learning like entire HTML, CSS also just by doing some searching tricks, you can still achieve your requirements. I will tell you those tricks. That's the Power App's
Question, please.
intention. See, that's the Power App's intention. You don't need to be IT engineering background. No need to know any kind of programming language. Directly get started with Power FX. Yeah. And next question.
Yes, question. I'd like to know, using the Power Apps, can we be able to build an application like Uber or a Western Union application, something like that?
Uber or Ola, you are talking about taxi apps, right?
Yeah, or taxi or cab or Western Union app or any kind of uh, like app to transfer money abroad, something like that. Can we
Yes.
use it to do it?
Yes, we can develop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank.
Suresh sir, I know you still need to cover on the Power Automate, but do you have like a like the architecture and day-to-day walkthrough somewhere that you can present, like, okay, for the next 40 days from day 1
See,
to day 40?
see, if we go into very complex architecture diagrams, you will find it unnecessary complex, but this technology is not that complex. Okay. And see, this is not traditional kind of learning for any technology. Go through the architecture, go through like oops concepts. I got your point. Those things are
No,
not required here.
why that question, right, Suresh? So we are laymen, so we need to understand that
Correct, correct, correct. Yeah, yeah.
flow, right?
Correct,
So
correct.
end to end flow, so that if you present that, right, a front end is this and back end is this and middleware is this, so that we can understand that we can relate to our knowledge, right? So that we can go ahead
Correct,
and
correct.
take this. So
See,
without
see, correct.
understanding, so we are blank actually. So how can we go and so whether we choose, we have to choose this or not, that will be in again dynamo. So that is the reason we
Correct,
ask
correct.
about
See,
that architecture.
correct, correct. See, that's the thing. This is not traditional kind of learning. Like you need architecture diagram. That's first point. Because as I earlier said, this technology is not intended for those pro developers. Okay. Even Microsoft does not provide that even complex architecture diagrams. Here, anybody can be a developer. That's our concepts. No very complex architecture diagrams, no very high kind of prerequisites or anything. Based on the
Uh,
requirements, like I said, this you can choose Power Apps, yes or no, like those.
let me
That
let me
is
It's
for
like
requirement, right? So whatever
yeah,
you are saying for requirement, when to choose these power ups and all, right? So for suppose I want to be a power ups developer. So
hmm,
so I need to know about the technology, right? What is the architecture
correct,
of the
correct.
technology or platform?
That only we will
So that is
cover
what
directly
basic
formulas
architecture
and
we are asking.
yeah, basic architecture is this thing only. This diagram in my PPT.
But the flow is not showing, right? So what is the front end and what is the back end and what is the middleware?
See, this is Power Apps front end, Microsoft Dataverse as back end. That's the only thing.
Gotcha. Suresh, sir, can I ask you a different way? But
Yeah.
do you, like, we will be doing like day 1 to day 40, right? Just
Hmm.
highlights of the day 1 to day 40, like topics. Date, for example, tomorrow we are going to take a look at concept of, let's say, in Canvas, we are going to look at this concept. Something like, do you have something like that to
Correct.
show, or?
Correct. Correct. Yeah. 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 So
Okay,
from day two, see, I just showed you very simple app.
gotcha. Okay,
Directly we will go some UI elements. So
okay,
when you say for apps, you say drop down, toggles, checkboxes, media, how you can handle media. After that, we will cover some variables.
okay,
Any if you go for C language also, you need variables. We will cover variables. Then we see collection. Collection means number of records, tabular structure. And after that, we will connect to our SharePoint or Dataverse to check directly real world scenario, how real world app can be seen. And
uh,
see,
okay.
architecture wise, Microsoft provided only this diagram. There is no complex architecture. I am repeating my point. No complex architecture. Power Apps is front end, Dataverse is back end, or you can check SharePoint as back end also, or SQL. Anybody can
So
be a developer. That's our point. Why will they create some complex architecture in that case?
so are we going to see example of how to connect SQL database and Excel files?
We will connect Dataverse or SharePoint. Because see, no point in covering SQL because we are looking at low code, no code kind of things. And in interview, it won't help you. If you go for Power Apps developers, LinkedIn job posts, you will see Power Apps, Power Automate, Canvas apps. Then you will see questions like component library, groups versus containers, like our training, what we designed. See here, what are variables? It is designed as per interview only because I used to take interviews. And how it will relate to real world scenario. What we covered today, various databases and Those are real world questions which will be asked to you guys in interview. See here,
Hi.
it's part of our curriculum only. So SharePoint list and everything. How we will search, sort, filter. What is this delegation? How will you send email? All real world scenarios only. There is no point in covering any other scenario. Okay, yeah. Next question.
Yeah, actually, like I work in Dynamics 365 Finance and Operations. So there we have like SQL Management Server
Hmm.
Studio. So they, like how can we connect it with this Power Apps? Like that's what I want to know. Like how the data flow will be from Dynamics to this Power Apps.
See
Or
SQL
you,
Server.
yeah.
Any kind of data source. That is one way. Or another way, virtual tables. Third way, if you want to get rid of SQL, let's say, you can migrate that data from SQL to Dataverse. So there is one actually term here I want to show you, data flow. This data flow things. Using data flows, you can migrate data from one database to another. Three options you have.
Sir, migrate means it will be a one-time job, but how to means connect to the updated data day by day?
Yeah, if you migrate to Dataverse directly, it will show up in your table section. And see, I connected AAD user here. Here also you can find that. See, AAD users connected. Okay, let me show you. Yeah, got it. Connected, add data. Okay, insert. Actually, vertical gallery, AAD users. See, I got my data directly here. I can add some more attributes also. So city, company name, display name, given name, job title, mail. Let's say mail. Mail is
So,
not there.
is it a
Yeah.
kind of a recurring integration? You said that migrations after migration, is it kind of recurring that okay, it is submitted daily, or if some
See,
database
when
has been
you go for migration, it's one time job.
right?
Okay. Because there is no point in once you migrate, then this will be your final solution. Because there is no point in migrating again and again. If you don't want to do migration, let's say your existing structure, let's say you have SharePoint list, all your things are connected to that SharePoint. No need to migrate, directly connect to SharePoint. Use it.
No, sir. Actually,
That's
see,
the reason. Three
in
options.
as per the question in Microsoft Dynamics 365 Finance and
Hmm.
Operations, there are some workflows in background, or there are some day-to-day transactions like sales order or something like this, or customer
Hmm.
payment or vendor payment like this. So this
Hmm.
information, how to get means keep uh, displaying the updated information or process the workflow from Power Apps, not from the Dynamics itself. So is there any possibility like this, or
See, if you have that kind of database, I showed you, add data, click on SQL, select SQL, write username, that database name, password. You can connect to SQL, show data like this. That's one possibility. There are number of ways. Second way, that is migration. You can do using that Power Platform data flows. Third one, virtual table. You don't want to migrate also. Create one virtual table.
okay?
Yeah. See, Microsoft is trying to sell this product. They already thought of all scenarios. If this technology is not catering to your real world requirements, nobody will buy Power Apps. Do you agree with me? Right?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. But
Yeah.
how Microsoft and some other teachers on Udemy are promoting this Power Apps as a very simple tool which we can learn in just 1 or 2 weeks time and start using it. But what you are saying is it's like an ocean, and in 40 days or 30 days
Exactly.
duration only we
See,
can cover the Canvas apps, not more than that. But what about
see,
other topics? Yes.
correct. If you want to cover model driven, it will eat your canvas app topic time.
Okay.
See, you think from interviewer's point of view.
Okay.
You want to cover, I will cover. There is no point there is no problem with that. But you will
No,
eat
no.
that time.
Actually,
Yeah,
we need your suggestion.
yeah, yeah.
If you
See,
prefer to go only for go for in the beginning, go for Canvas app only and misunderstand this topic fully. Then after that, we can learn it from some
exactly.
other sources.
You focus on canvas.
Okay.
Canvas itself is a big technology. It will cater to all your requirements as per this course. I will make sure. See, you want to get a job, and
Yes.
I want you to get a job. That's our common goal. So we will cover
Yes.
all interview based scenarios only, all topics. And 30-40 days in our entire duration, I will try to touch lot of Power Apps functions, development, testing, deployment, all scenarios, end to end with this technology. It's not like we will cover only 10 functions and then leave you between and then go for some switch to another technology. You won't get any technology in detail.
So actually, which one,
There are,
according to you, which one is good? Power is easy to learn, or which one having more advantage? The Canvas app or model driven app?
it's not like one has advantage over another. It's not like that. It's
Okay.
totally based on these questions. You want to be Canvas app developer, then you will get requirements to Canvas app specifically. Simple as that. You will join only that team.
Okay. Okay. So
Correct.
one person can't cover all the
One
technologies
person
in that.
can cover, but it will take years of experience.
Okay.
Correct. Because see, Dynamics is not a small technology. It's in the market from a very long time. And these all are model driven apps. If you see, just you can check today only. You go to LinkedIn, search for job description in Power Apps developer. You will either see Power Apps developer or Dynamic CRM developer. Two different things are here. You can check it. In Power
Okay.
Apps developer, these questions will be asked. Correct.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and we will cover see all how to make pop-up, how to connect to data source, search, sort, filter. I will show you how to approach any problem. Your one guy mentioned ticketing. Let's make that app only.
Yeah, that will be better.
Yeah, let's make that app only. So I won't go. So first of all, before making any app, we need to cover some basic points like variables, collections. Then only we can touch to that app. We will cover some ground first, and then we will start with data. So 2 3 sessions will, first of all we need to check what are variables, how we can use in this technology, what are collections. So I just showed you very fast gallery and all that. How to do this, there are multiple properties here, how it will cater to your real life requirement. That is also needed, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. If
Just give
everyone
me
is
one
okay,
moment. Yeah,
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 if
just give me
everyone is
one
okay,
moment.
we can jump on to Power Automate. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, yeah. Let me, okay, I stopped sharing. Let me see whether I can show you one app which I developed using Canvas apps. Are you able to see my screen? No,
No.
right? Ah, okay.
Currently,
Yeah, yeah,
Stop sharing.
yeah, yeah. Okay. Let me open that. Just give me one moment. Just one moment. Let me load those apps. Hmm, Let me share again.